These are the doors to the birth center. You don't come in the main entrance behind me anymore because it's all barricaded off. So you'll see this by coming down this hallway and coming up to this door. Over on the side here, there's a button to push so that they can let you in. They'll ask you what your business is, you tell them you're in labor, and they'll let you in. Doors magically open. And you'll walk along up here. To this desk. And you'll stand and they'll ask you for ID and you'll maybe sign some papers. And then they will take you into one of these two rooms. These are the triage rooms, so they decide whether or not this is where you need to be. So in this room, that's the bed, that's the fetal monitor. They'll strap you into the monitor, they'll check your cervix, they'll take a history and decide whether or not you need to be admitted. Sometimes they will check you. After about 20 minutes on the monitor, they'll let you walk around for an hour or 2 hours and recheck to see if you're making cervical change. So the room also has a bathroom that does not have a jacuzzi tub, but it has a toilet and a sink and a nice ball to sit on. The rest of the room, if you're in the bed, the room looks more like this. That's a scale. They'll weigh you when you come in. There's a nice sink, and that's what both of these triage rooms look like. So should you need to be admitted,
listen for the phone. I don't mind at all.
They're going to move you to a labor room. So these rooms along here are for C-section recovery. They're a little bit bigger rooms because you're in them for a little bit longer, but they don't have jacuzzi tubs. So the labor rooms all look like this. So there's a bed and the fetal monitor like was in the other room, and the computer where the nurses chart. There is, it's a little hard to see because of the bright sunshiny day we're having, but that's a bed for the dad or support person. And this is the little warmer for the baby. Most of the time the baby is right with mom. And there is a crib for the baby as well if you want the baby to be rolled up right next to you. This is more the open unit where they weigh and measure the baby and do an assessment and that kind of thing after the baby's been skin to skin for an hour. So these beds do lots of fancy things. As a matter of fact, this is not the bed that is in most rooms. So maybe I'll move to a different room to show you that. This is the bathroom that all the rooms have, and they all have this deep jacuzzi tub. It's just a single bathtub size, but it's deeper than usual. And most women really like laboring in the tub. So we're gonna walk to the room next door, and so I can show you how the bed does fancy things. So the bed can come, the head of course can come up and down. The foot can come up and down. So I'm pushing the foot down some. There are probably making you sick. There are these little footy things that can come up if you want They can come out like that, and they can tip up. If you want to just put your feet on them, they can go like that. There are these like leg rest things too that you can use if you want. But these things are not mandatory. We don't use stirrups unless they're helpful to you. The bottom part of the bed, if needed, just goes away like that. So you can actually be more sitting like in a chair. I don't know if that's really very easy for you to see. Maybe it'd be easier if I show you from the side. Let me take this down. And you can see now that the foot of the bed is much lower than it was, making this a little bit more like a chair if the head comes up even higher. So if you're up and around, then it doesn't matter what the bed does because you can do all of those movement kinds of things on your own. But if you have an epidural, we still like you to move around a lot. So we'll use the bed to accomplish that. There's also a bar that can go up and over the bed that you can use to push, to kind of prop yourself up for pushing as well. So you can see this room is really just like the other room, but the reverse. So that's my quick and dirty tour of the Family Birth Center. Thanks.